Are you watching me or am I watching you? Hello, welcome. My name is Rose, and this is the start or revamp of my YouTube. I have been doing YouTube inconsistently for about, I want to say 7 years or so. I'm not really sure when I first I'm not really sure when I first did my actual first video, but it was a good video. It got like thousands of views on it, and I actually posted it on Instagram, and then I posted it on my YouTube, and it did really well. And then my second video didn't do that well, but it still did really well. And then my page kind of just declined since then. But now I'm back. And it seems really weird. I feel really kind of uncomfortable right now, but it's okay because this is what I want to do. So with that being said, let's get into this video. So this video doesn't necessarily have a main topic. I'm really just coming here just to talk. So initially when I started my YouTube channel, I was doing makeup. I was covering up my vitiligo. If you guys do not know what vitiligo is just a skin condition. It is a melanin recessive gene that I have that attacks my pigment, and then white spots come up. So that is what I have on the left side of my face. I don't have it anywhere else on my body. It's just in this area, and it actually used to be all connected, but as I grew up and as I got older and I just started growing, it broke apart into two spaces. And I actually have this dot right here that appeared maybe like 3 years ago and stuff. So it might be trying to fight back, but hopefully, you know, I don't know. I don't want it to all go away because I actually really do love my vitiligo. So yes, it's what Winnie Harlow has, it's what Michael Jackson had. And now that we have social media, you can literally just type in hashtag vitiligo awareness, and you can see a plethora of people with vitiligo on their skin, all over their body, or in certain spots and things like that. So yeah, that's what I have. So starting my YouTube channel, I wanted to be like a makeup guru, and I wanted to explore and do all these different things with like makeup and things like that. But at that time in my life, I was in my early 20s. So in your early 20s, you're still trying to find yourself and still trying to kind of really come to terms with the person that you are and who you aspire to be. So a lot of my inconsistencies on YouTube just was a reflection of a lot of the inconsistencies that I had with myself, that people had with me, and etc. So and I was doing it at my parents' house, and it was a lot of stuff that you guys kind of will see as I continue this journey with my YouTube and things like that, kind of where I am and where I'm at now. So I'm 28. I moved out of my parents' house for the first time, really kind of just by myself, not necessarily like with a boyfriend or anything, at 28. And it was literally in July. And I've been here since then. It is now November. And I have been loving my space. The only thing about it is that I thought that when I moved out, I was gonna have like just this big like aha moment, and everything that I wanted to do, I was gonna go full-fledged in, and it was gonna be like bam, 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 bam. And it is not like that. When you're into a routine of, I feel like I'm in a routine of depression that I am advocately stressing myself to get out of, and also complacency, and just wanting to really believe that I can acquire the dreams and goals that I set for myself. So that is where I'm at now. So with that being said, this channel, I feel like, is going to turn into a lifestyle channel, because I've done so much mental work. I kind of wanted to focus on mental awareness, psychology, my relationships with my relationship with myself, my relationship with my parents, my family, my relationship with boys, black men, just overall in fitness. I got into my fitness journey because I know I got into my little fitness journey like almost 3 years ago, and it has been inspiring, to say the least, to hear people kind of talk to me about my fitness journey and what they see from me. Because you start working out and you've been working out, I guess, consistently, it's really hard to kind of see progress from my perspective if you're not like really big and then you just change your diet, you do some exercise, and then you lose like 40-50 pounds, or if you're like small and then you want to like gain weight and you get like a pediment, or you do like a high calorie diet and then you start gaining weight. But when you're at that middle stage where you don't have no butt, but you got thighs and you're trying to build and still lose and like mold and figure out your body, contour your body, that is a challenge. And I'm just now starting to see some progress now, 3 years into my fitness journey. It is still a little, mentally, it's a challenge, because you want to compare yourself to other people, but it's like, it's not smart to compare yourself, because everyone accomplished their goals in their own time, and as long as you're consistently working at something, you'll accomplish your goals. So when I was 23, I want to say, or 22 or 23, I, in a sense, denounced Christianity. And to be completely honest, I don't think I've ever was a Christian, because from my perspective, I've never necessarily done the work to be a Christian. Like, I never really went to church growing up. I think when I was in like the 11th grade, I challenged myself to read the whole Bible, and I don't think I really got that many pages in. I mean, I did read a good amount, but the Bible is thick. So it's like, although I read a lot, I didn't even read half of the book. My introduction to Christianity wasn't like everyone's, and that's not necessarily something that I would talk about unless that's something that I feel like needs to be said. But it was just eerie, to say the least. Not that I don't believe in God. I'm not saying that I don't believe in God. It's just that I have a different relationship with God than other people. And that forced me to kind of that forced me in my adult years to embark on a different, I guess, path. And when I was 23, in a sense, I forced myself to walk away from everything that I knew and start relearning and start learning things, or start incorporating things that were more feasible to the lifestyle that I wanted and I saw for myself. And that was a hard journey, because in the Black community, if you are in a Christian, people they treat you like you're a freaking demon. And that's kind of the reason why I dropped out of college, is because it kind of got to the point where it was like, I was such first of all, I want to say that when I went to college, I thought that I was going to learn more about me, and why my skin looked the way it looked, and why my hair grew out the way it did, and just me and my people, and where I come from, not just Africa, but just like my being, and I don't know why I had such high hopes for college, but because it's just like in grade school, you're just learning about like white history and stuff like that, and then if you're learning about yourself, and it's just slavery, and I was just yearning for something more tangible, something more inspirational, than, oh well, they was once enslaved and now they're not, and they ended up being X, Y, and Z. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just wanted something more realistic to my life. And granted, like, we all are you can say that we all are kind of like mentally slaves and stuff like that, but it was just, like I said, it was just a disconnect. So fast forwarding, I ended up learning a lot about myself throughout my spiritual journey, and through that spiritual journey, I've learned to love the skin I'm in. I've learned to love the hue of my skin. I've learned to love my hair. I've learned to love my nose. I've learned to love my lips. I've learned to love the physical being of me. And like I said, that was just a journey that I had to embark on, and it wasn't something that I could have learned from college. It wasn't something I could have learned from going to church. It was something. It was a road that in my mind was less traveled by, but I knew that it was for me. So now that I'm pushing 30, I've thought about a lot of the things that I was taught, and about marriage and about kids and things like that. And in a sense, I don't look at marriage and I don't look at kids as being something that I particularly want out of life anymore. I grew up watching Cinderella and, just these lovely movies, and Love and Basketball is like my favorite movie and stuff like that. But it's just, I've been learning a lot about people's mental state and psychology and the mental state of the Black community and things like that. And just the world. And like I said, I'm not going to get into depth with many of these topics. These are just like little things that I feel like are going to be taking place in this revamping of my channel. Being a woman and to not want marriage, not necessarily yearn for marriage or yearn for kids, isn't an orthodox thing. But for a long time, I was always wondering why I felt a certain way about life and about certain things. And then I found myself gravitating towards certain people in my life. So this is kind of where I want to do kind of like shout out time. And shout out time is just people that kind of played a part in me really having enough confidence to get back to being on screen and to sharing my life with you guys and being vulnerable enough to do that, because I struggle with vulnerability. People here on YouTube that I feel like really aided to that journey, for one, is most significant person to say, but Cynthia G here on YouTube. She talks about Black women's pathology, Black men's pathology. And I remember this was back when I was living with my parents. I'm an empath, and I feel a lot. And I remember me vividly crying at night because I would hear the screams of Black women like crying. I would feel their hurt, and I just could not understand why. I just couldn't understand why I was in this place where I was feeling everything. And for a long time, as I grew older, I have two older brothers. I love them dearly. I have my stepdad, who I love dearly as well. But I knew that there was a hatred, or I felt a hatred that my male counterparts had from women. I didn't quite understand it, but I knew that it was there. And I didn't know necessarily how to put it in words, but I knew it was there. And so when I started watching a lot of her content, it was like an awe moment for me, because it was like, oh my God, like, this is what I've been seeing, but I masked it in love. And it was just like, oh, well, I still love them, or oh, well, love will conquer all, and things like that. But nonetheless, she has played a big role as far as like YouTube and stuff like that, on getting me to detach from things that were unhealthy and learning to love myself from within and start to really walk in that. So if you guys are, I guess I'm not going to go too much in depth, because I feel like that's just what my channel is for me to go in depth about certain things. But she has played a big part in me being able to detach from things and not really focus so much on the emotional or what is politically correct. when you're in a community with your people. So the next person that I was talking about that inspired me and just my, I guess, YouTube journey will be De'Ara from DK4L, which is De'Ara and Ken for life. they're like the only couple channel that I actually consistently like tuned in on. But just her journey. Side note. So I know you guys know like it's like a Megan Thee Stallion song. It's called Cash Shit, right? So Cash, so Megan Thee Stallion, she be like, in a part in the song, she be like, cut a nigga off and my chest got bigger, rich bitch shit got a broke hoe bitter. So this ain't no shade to Ken, because I actually do still like, I do like Ken, but in that sense, that's kind of like De'Ara, like cut a nigga off and my chest got bigger, because I know she got her little sunglass thing like Lorvay, and she's really big poppin' shit on her boss stuff, and I just really love that for her. And so I've been watching her since I think she was like 20 years old, before she even turned 21, because I remember when she turned 21 and they had went, I'm not sure exactly where they went. I don't know if they went to Las Vegas or what, but I remember De'Ara ended up getting like super drunk and Ken had to like carry her back to the hotel. Anyways, she just, watching her, she is just a huge inspiration on my life, because she a little ratchet, like kind of like me, but she pretty and stuff like that. And she just, like I said, her and even Ken together, just them being able to just stay consistent, travel the world, and you know, just believe in themselves, you know what I'm saying, that they can be greater than where they came from and things like that, and then just incorporating their family and their friends into their success. It's just a beautiful thing. So I really fucking love her. The next person is Diana, or I don't know if you guys know, but she's from the UK. It's called Tussie Time. And I love Diana. I've been watching Diana since I was probably in high school, and she used to do her nails and stuff like that, and she loves Michael Jackson just like I love Michael Jackson, and she's really into fashion. Dope girl. She does music, dope singer. She reminds me of like a 90s she just reminds me of like singers from the 90s. Like, I don't know, like if you guys know her, you know what I'm talking about. So I really love her. It was a point in her journey where she wanted to get I think she wanted to get like chin augmentation, and she wanted to go to Asia. Well, not she wanted to, but I think she had a doctor reach out to her and said that they could do like a chin, she wanted to get her chin shaved down. I think it's her chin shaved down or whatever. And she was saying how she had dreams about it and she just didn't want to go through with it. And I know this is like, I should talk about this, but she ended up having dreams about it, and then she just woke up one day and she was just like, nope, I'm not doing it. And to me, it was just like the ultimate sign of like love, because it's like, I don't want to say it's easy for us to go and get surgery and fix something, but it's even harder for you to deal with something rather than go and get it changed. It's harder for you to kind of learn how to love it when so many people are telling you to change it, or so many people are kind of like coming at you for it. So when she decided to do that, it was just such an inspirational moment for me, and I was sighed. So she used to have her ex-husband Ahmed, and Ahmed, I don't want to talk about this, I'm gonna talk about it anyways because it's my channel. So Ahmed ended up, you know, stepping out on a marriage and things like that, and I feel like this was not too long after Diana had this whole like revelation where she realized that F what everybody says, I'm gonna love myself. And he ended up stepping out on the marriage, and I'm just like, and me, I'm like, I'm mad because I'm like, just like a motherfucking nigga, like as soon as you start loving yourself and you start coming to terms with you and you start saying, you know what, F this, I'm not gonna do it, I'm gonna love myself throughout all the BS, here he come talking to some and doing little side stuff, and now your self-esteem and your self-confidence is on a freaking burner because you're trying to figure out what you did or what you didn't do to get this man to support on the marriage. So I was really upset about that. Ever since then, y'all, he been an op. Ever since then, he been an op. But nonetheless, my baby girl is single now and she's living her best life, and I'm just so happy for her. I can't wait to see how life looks like next year in the upcoming years for her. So Diana, if you're watching this, you go, girl. So the next person is I'm gonna kind of put these two together. It's Ashley Devana from That's Ashley. I think it's her channel's called. I don't really watch her like that anymore, not for any reason in particular, but I watched her when I was going through college, and she was going through college at the same time, and she was like, she would just have like all these mental breakdowns and stuff like that through college. I'm like, damn girl, I'm with you. And then the other girl is like, and the other person is Aaliyah J. Everyone knows who Aaliyah J is. I love Aaliyah J. I've been watching Aaliyah since her elf days. Her, if y'all know, blush in the contour with the Kat Von D concealer. I've been watching her. She's the one that really inspired me to get on YouTube and do makeup from the beginning. So granted, while I'm not necessarily into that market anymore, I mean, I'm still into makeup. I actually want to come out with my own cosmetics line. That's coming out soon. Wait on it. But she definitely really inspired me makeup wise, and seeing her just kind of go through all of her little boyfriends and tea and stuff like that is just, you know, we love gossip. So those are like the major people that really inspired me throughout my 20s and my YouTube journey. Oh, one more person, Choice TV. Yes, Choice TV. I love Choice. I mean, he's brutal with it. Like, I remember you watching one of his videos and he was just like, if you're not where you want to be, but you sitting down and you're not doing nothing, you need to get the heck up. You lazy, da 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 da. And he was talking strictly, he was talking to me, because I was laying down and I was probably eating some chips. And he was like, you need to get up and you need to, you know, advocate for your life, advocate for your happiness. And people, Cynthia G, Deter, Ashley Devana, Aaliyah J, Choice, those people, they really played a big part in my YouTube and journey and just my mental state. And I can't individually, I'm not gonna send them a letter and give thanks to them, but I just want to say thank y'all, because y'all have definitely inspired me to become who I am today, and that just means a lot to me. I mean, of course it's more people and things like that, but when I think about my YouTube and when I think about what I want the success of it to look like, their channels come to mind, and I'm just so proud of them. And I hope that, you know, I'm able to look back at this video and be like, yep, someday I'm gonna become like, they're gonna be like, oh, I want to shout out Rose for helping me, I'm gonna be that. So I wanted to start this video off, my new revamped channel, with this video, because I felt like it just feels right to do it this way, versus just coming out with a regular video about something. So yeah, hopefully you guys tune into my channel, and I will see you guys in my next one. Have a great and blessed day. Peace.